Hello friends, this video is about the new 2023 Nissan Z. Don't forget to subscribe. If you're ready, we've started. We seriously didn't think it would happen, but the 2023 Nissan Z is finally here to replace the 370Z after a whopping 11-year production run. Following more than a decade of minimal changes, you'd forgive us for thinking Nissan would abandon its long-running sports car nameplate. Though this is technically a 7th generation Z car, the Z with no numbers isn't quite as new as you might expect. In fact, it retains the 370Z SC34 platform designation and that car's FM platform. And just to remind you how old the FM platform is, it debuted on the 350Z back in 2002. How could a car with a 2-decade-old platform possibly stand against a combined might of BMW and Toyota, with a more modern GR Supra that will soon have a manual transmission option to match the Z? Well, Nissan's cost-cutting wasn't for naught, as the Z enters the sports car market with a starting price of $39,993,500, below a 4-cylinder Supra and a 400-horsepower twin-turbo V6, 18 horsepower more than the BMW-sourced inline-6. It may have some old bones, but you'd never tell by looking at the new Z. The old 370Z's proportions never looked dated, it just needed a small nip tuck with some modern accoutrements to feel like a product fit for the 2020s. Some have maligned the Z's boxy front grille, but personally, we think it really works with the design. In fact, we like everything about the heritage-inspired design. Those half-circle LED headlights hark back to the Japanese market only 240ZG, while those LED taillamps are clearly inspired by the Z32-300ZX. It's modern and vintage all-in-one, and we simply adore it. Speaking of things we adore, Nissan offers an acceptably vibrant color palette for its latest sports car. There are plenty of subtle hues like gunmetallic, black diamond metallic, Everest white tricoat, brilliant silver, and bolder gray, but we love that there are more outlandish choices such as rosewood metallic, passion red tricoast, sarin blue metallic, and our personal favorite, Ikazuchi yellow. Nissan's trusty VQ37 VHR engine can finally be laid to rest, as the new Z adopts the fresher VR30DDTT 3.0-liter twin-turbocharged V6 that also serves under the hood of the Infiniti Q50 sedan and Q60 coupe. The Z gets the most potent tune available for this mill, producing 400 horsepower and 350 pounds-foot torque, substantial increases compared to the 370Z. This power plant brings the Z into the modern performance realm, posting a 0 to 60 sprint in the low 4-second range. You will be quicker in the automatic power flows to the rear wheels through either a standard 6-speed manual transmission with rev matching or a no-cost 9-speed automatic that began life in the Titan pickup truck. Despite its modest origins, the 9-speed feels like a monumental improvement over the 370Z's 7-speed box. In fact, we won't hesitate to recommend the car, as it doesn't dampen the fun. Toyota's BMW-derived ZF box is quicker and more responsive, but we'd prefer not to ding Nissan too much for a well-executed automatic. At the first drive event in Las Vegas, Nissan brought out a 370Z, so we could compare how the new Z feels back-to-back against the old one. The lighter electric steering rack feels less cumbersome without losing an ounce of precision. The same can be said of both transmissions. We no longer feel the need to wrestle with a shifter to get it into gear like the old 370Z's manual, and in the automatic, the shifts felt crisper and more well-timed over the 7-speed unit in the 370Z than theaters that engine. Adding 2 turbochargers makes a world of difference, creating an entirely different driving experience. Unlike the 370Z, the new car doesn't require drivers to rev it to redline to wring every last ounce of power out of it. Instead, you can accelerate at modest RPM and still roast the tires with a turbocharged torque. The VR30 sounded pretty good in the Q50 and Q60, but it truly sings here. We'd go so far as to say that this engine makes more pleasant sounds than the GT-RS twin-turbo 6, also a VR family motor, for the record. I'd describe the Z as more of a sporty GT car than a track-bred monster. This description feels accurate as we push the Z around the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, catching up to our lead-follow instructor without much difficulty. Power is plentiful around the track, which we last lapped in a Shelby GT500, but other elements of the experience like the suspension are more at home on the street. The Z is plenty capable at full tilt, but we feel the suspension is too soft for frequent track usage. This is where Nismo could come in with some stiffer springs and some more aggressive Nissan only included 2 drive modes, normal and sport, on the automatic trim, so there's not much to set up before you drive it quickly. The automatic model comes standard with easy-to-use launch control, helping to get off the line with ease. Manual-equipped performance grades get a new advanced launch assist control system, which lets you choose your launch RPM. Although we had slightly more fun in the manual, the automatic never felt like a hindrance on the track. If you've ever sat in the 370Z, or even a 350Z, you'll notice several carryover elements in the new car. The climate and seat controls are taken straight from the old car. Those unique door-mounted air vents. Yeah, those have been there since the 350Z. Despite the obvious cost-cutting, Nissan put the money where it needed to go, the infotainment. The new 8-inch touchscreen comes standard with a 9-inch unit available on the higher grade. This minimal change makes a world of difference, considering the 370Z had the same basic radio or 2009-era navigation head unit for its entire life cycle. The standard fully digital instrument cluster that includes an excellent sport design and the dash-mounted physical gauges combine modern and retro design themes in a manner that matches the exterior. Sure, the Supra feels more premium inside, but it also costs more. And while Toyota delivers a mostly black interior, Nissan has fun options like blue or black-red and black-yellow combinations. The Z is pretty practical too, with the same sizable hatchback area behind the rear seats as the outgoing 370Z. We can't say the 2023 Z is the greatest new sports car available on the market. However, given its sub-$40,000 starting price and 400 horsepower powertrain, we can easily call it one of the best bargains in the sports car segment. The Supra offers quicker performance and nicer interior, but it costs around $12,000 more than a base C for the 3.0 inline-6. It may seem like a cop-out to say the Z is great for the price, but we applaud Nissan for analyzing the market, being smart with its recourses, and producing a product that slots right in the sweet spot between entry-level sports cars and the more expensive premium options. If you're currently looking in the $40,000 to $50,000 price range, the new Z is a great option. Pricing for the Z Sport trim starts at $39,990 before a $1,025 destination fee. Both manual and automatic are the same price, which is a nice touch. That makes it cheaper than the far less powerful 4-cylinder Supra. Stepping up to the Z Performance is a hefty jump at $49,990, but it adds 19-inch wheels with wider tires, a limited slip differential, a larger 9-inch touchscreen, Bose audio system, heated leather seats, and more. The Performance offers simply too many great features to recommend skipping it. For a special touch, the limited edition Z Proto model costs $52,990, but Nissan only plans to build 240 of them. We like the Proto's yellow brake calipers, bronze 19-inch raised aluminum alloy wheels, and special black-yellow interior theme, but we don't think it's worth cresting the $50,000 mark. Subscribe to watch interesting videos.